and welcome to the Pika Pod, Pokemon's perfect podcast. I'm your co-host, Morris Levy, aka Professor Leafy, joined with my good co-host.
Hello and good evening, everyone. This is Jen.
So Jen, what have you been up to this week?
Working a lot,
Okay.
and I made some Pokemon jewelry on Tuesday before League.
Uh-huh. How'd that go?
That it it was a lot easier than I thought, and I actually enjoyed it. I mean, I
Okay.
haven't really been getting into my arts and crafts as much as I would like to, so being able to sit down and do at least 20 minutes of it was nice.
Okay, yep. So you made some nice artwork out of some basic energy cards, it looked
Yep.
like?
So I made one from a psychic card and I stole a fairy energy.
Darn it. Those are those are limited edition, don't you know?
Limited edition. Well,
Yeah, they're no longer printing any of them.
well, now Grace from Black Moon has it.
Lucky her, I know. Yep. Envy of the town. All the rare fairy energy that's left in the whole world.
It's in a heart.
Yep, that's perfect. I know. There you go. So
Mm-hmm.
what did you do this past weekend?
We did a Pokemon pre-release for Destined Rivals.
Yeah, we did.
I worked 12 hours on Saturday.
Okay.
And then we were up until what, 11:30 sewing on R's,
Yep. Arr.
red R's onto black shirts.
Yep.
So we could go as what?
Team Rocket grunts. Not Cynthia, not Jesse and James, not Butch and Cassidy.
I did not want to wear a wig. I don't think the Professor Leafy over here wanted to wear a
Hey,
wig.
I have worn enough wigs already.
Same.
So for the
Oh.
last few pre-releases, if you didn't know, if you didn't come out to our events, I dressed up as the professor from Pokemon Horizons.
Mm.
I dressed up with a stellar crown.
Mm-hmm.
I have worn, let's see, something else. What else do we do? You did something cool. You did Marnie, you did
I
Cynthia.
did Marnie, I did Cynthia, I did Lily. Like this
Mhm.
is way back. No, not Lily. It wasn't Lily. It was the girl from the Journeys show with the Yamper.
Oh, Sonia.
Yeah, so
Okay, yeah. What?
no, not Sonia.
What?
The little girl.
I don't know. What?
I forget her name,
I don't
but
know either. Yeah.
I went as her. I've done so
Oh,
many
you did the
on
officer.
Officer Jenny.
Yep. Perfect.
I haven't done Nurse Joy yet. I've been thinking of doing it, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
right.
Wigs are itchy,
Yes, they are.
but they're worth it. I do it for the kids.
Hmm.
I do it for the Pokemon adults that know.
It just adds so much level of excitement to be like feeling like you're immersed
Mm-hmm.
in it and stuff. And I think it's a lot of fun for our attendees to see something that reminds them of Pokemon to like feel like
Mm-hmm.
you're there or be there,
Mm-hmm.
especially with a new set coming out. I think that if you can get them really excited, as excited as you are, probably
Yeah.
they'll enjoy it even more for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like I thought that dressing up would be a great way to like show your enthusiasm
Mm-hmm.
and also like maybe add a little bit of fun that they just didn't really see,
Mm-hmm.
or they don't really connect.
I just like cosplay. I
Well,
like
that too,
coming
yeah.
up with seeing what I come up with. I mean, I have that mask
Okay.
for
Oh, the Lucario and
The
like the okay,
Lucario,
yeah.
and I made Luna the
Yes.
matching Riolu one, which she loves.
She does love it. Yep.
And I sparkled them out, and I was so happy with that.
Yeah, those came out really well. It was so easy. It was like the fox mask from Amazon,
Mhm.
and then you just tape over the spray paint
Mhm.
area to make it blue and black.
And I do these cosplays like either on a budget, or I do them so I know that my skill will allow me to do them, and also like under time crunch.
Sure.
I'm very last minute cosplayer.
Well, yeah, not that I want that, but yeah,
I
I know.
I don't want that, but I feel like at some time, a lot of times, I'm more creative at last minute
Okay.
because I can see the whole picture and I can put it all together at last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you knowing the characters more helps me
Sure.
to get the details down. I mean, I was the only cosplay that I've done that I wasn't fully happy with was the Cynthia one.
Well, yeah, because it didn't
Because
come
the
out with
hair pieces.
right. Yeah, that hairpiece is kind of crazy to get like the Umbreon looking
Yeah.
tags hanging out of her headband.
Yeah.
But your Rico one was really good.
Yeah.
We just needed to
Oh, yeah,
find
I
the
did Rika.
yeah.
I loved that
That's
cosplay.
good. You should do that
I
again.
loved that
Yeah.
cosplay.
You should do that again for sure. We'll get you a big Clodsire too or something. That Clodsire, you need that Clodsire for sure, but
So I can be like, you can't touch them, you don't have gloves on.
I mean, the suspenders look great, and then you
Yeah.
had the matching shirt like perfect. You
Mhm.
have the green wig, which
Yep.
is even better. Yep. All right.
So,
Uh-huh.
what are your takes on the Destined Rival pre-release as a professor who hosted the event? It's
Yep.
our biggest event we've had.
Yeah, that's right. So, in attendance, Black Moon Games on Sunday at 1 o'clock. We had 29 trainers and lots of parents.
Mhm.
The room was very full.
Mhm.
We had, let's see, I think seven or eight juniors and seniors, and about 20 adults, 22 adults. So that was all of our pre-release kits. We
Mhm.
only got 30 pre-release kits, which was not enough for 2 different weekends. I really wanted to run 2 different weekends, or I wanted to run like more seats available for the trainers, but
Mhm.
with only 30 pre-release kits, that's not enough for anything really.
I feel like the whole idea that I said, just run all 30
Yeah,
in one weekend
it wasn't bad.
for Destined Rivals, I feel like that worked for us because it was a very big set that everyone was looking forward to.
Sure.
I I had a feeling we weren't gonna have a hard time selling seats.
Seemed like it. Yeah, I know.
Mhm.
It's a lot of demand for the set for sure.
Mhm.
I think a lot of people are really excited about the, new trainers Pokemon or
Mhm.
the owners Pokemon as they say sometimes, but I don't believe in the owning a Pokemon. You can't own a Pokemon. They're your friend, they're your companion,
Mhm.
just like a pet. You don't really own the pet. They just are
They exist in your space.
yeah, really. There you go.
They follow you everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Exactly. All right. So, I mean, like the other thing I wanted to mention too about like running the actual event,
Mhm.
I had not had enough time to look and reread the Destined Rivals FAQ, so I had no idea how the coughing when it has the ability that fires off works. Where
Mhm.
so if it's knocked out, it propagates itself with two more coughing from the
Um,
deck if you want to. They're not knocked out, or they are knocked out, but then it propagates. You don't lose.
oh.
Yeah, I know. I ruled it correctly.
Okay. See,
I'm
I
very
didn't
happy
even
about.
catch that because I had the coughings
Yeah.
in my deck. I got the Mimikyu deck,
Okay.
which I was happy to get the Mimikyu deck.
Mm.
I wish the Mimikyu worked with the deck better, but
Oh, I know.
it
Yeah.
just gave you a shiny Mimikyu.
It's literally the worst one in pre-release format. It's great in standard. It's great
Mhm.
in expanded, probably, but yeah, I know.
Like if you add on to the deck, it would probably be a great deck, but the Mimikyu doesn't fit into it at all. You have Ethan,
Yep.
Cyndaquil, and Typhlosion, and then Team Rocket, like everything,
Sure. Yeah. There were.
things, and all that, and it doesn't. It's the only psychic card you have in that deck, and it does nothing.
Well, I mean, I could see the synergy with like Dragapult, and Mimikyu, or like other stuff, but you're really not winning the race in sealed format with Mimikyu, especially when there's no Terra Pokemon in this set whatsoever.
The
I
attack
don't.
was it helped you with Terra
No.
Pokemon.
So you copy the Terra Pokemon attack,
Yeah,
but there is no Terra Pokemon.
unless someone added a Terra for some reason.
No, you can't.
You, exactly.
Not in.
So it didn't help me
Yeah,
whatsoever.
not in sealed format. And if they did, then I know they're cheating because there's no Terra Pokemon in this set at all.
I have a Terra Lapras right up my sleeve.
Exactly. Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna
That's
add
the
this to
only
the deck.
that's the only possibility. I mean, what are you gonna do? Like copy the worst possible Terra Pokemon? Tatsugiri EX to set up, like 6 Pokemon, 5 Pokemon on your bench, with
Yeah.
like stage 2s, you get all.
Get someone yelling out, "Where'd you get that card? Didn't come in the deck, did
No,
it?
there's no way.
Did you pull that card?" No.
Gosh.
Pulled it out of my sleeve.
Plausible. Yeah, exactly.
Classic Team Rocket move. Dur. Let me open my briefcase.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's true. So I was really surprised on how many different trainers are actually in this set, for
yes.
sure. Marnie, Ethan, Arvin, Cynthia, Steven Stone. You got
See, I didn't even see any of his cards.
it's the Bellum and Metang, and then the Metagross.
Yeah, I didn't see any of those.
Maybe not in the pre-release kit. Was there none in the pre-release kit?
I didn't see any.
I don't remember. Yeah, you're probably right. I know. I think the pre-release kits were only the let's see, Ethan's Typh Ethan's Typhlosion line, right?
Mhm.
You had
Misty's Gyarados line.
right. Oh, the Team Rocket's coughing, wheezing,
Yep.
right? And then something else?
And then the one random one with the Mimikyu.
Right. Wow, thanks. I know, yeah. I I really want to see this Misty's Gyarados idea succeed. I think that'd be really fun. But the problem is the recursion and trying to find enough different Misty's Pokemon that actually exist in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
The Psyduck Golduck should be fun, and I
And
c
the arts are gorgeous.
oh, yeah, for
The
sure.
full art cards, people were pulling the Misty's Lapras,
That one's
the
amazing.
Misty's Psyduck. These are the cutest, prettiest cards. Like since Misty's Trainer Gallery one with
Oh, the
Starmie.
Starmie, yeah, yeah.
Like, and of course, they're gonna be big bucks. They're gonna be. But
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned
I've
about, I know.
also noticed a lot of people were getting a lot of hits.
Seems like it, yeah, it's true,
So
I know.
I'm hoping with the hits,
Mhm.
it's going to kind of drive away scalpers because they're like, oh, it's not going to be worth any money to me if everyone's getting the Mewtwo. Everyone's getting the Misty cards.
Okay, yeah.
I'm hoping that.
I mean, so, like, maybe the sealed card or sealed cards won't change, but if it's an
Mm.
open, open product,
Yeah.
maybe if the market's flooded, you're saying.
Yeah, the market's flooded. Everyone, just like before the set comes out, everyone just put it out in the atmosphere. Oh, these packs are full of hits. They're full of hits. Everybody gets hits. And I'm hoping that the scalpers are going to be like, well, if everyone gets hits, that's not going to do anything for me.
Are you trying to say that, like, the open cards are worth more than the sealed product, though, or something? Or, like, would it encourage anyone to open the cards more than
Yeah,
keeping them sealed? Okay. All
yeah.
right. Yeah. Sure.
Because everybody wants the full arts. Everybody wants the hits. Everybody
Yeah.
wants the gold Mewtwo. Everybody wants the
Apparently,
gold
yeah.
cards.
Or the secret art rare Mewtwo
Yeah.
EX. I was just watching Andrew Mahone on Tricky Gym,
Hmm.
and he had got a box from TPCI, and he's like, "All I want is that secret art rare Mewtwo and home free or something." I don't think he hit it at all. There's no
Which
way.
is which is surprising because he's got Misty tattooed on him,
Yeah, I
and
know.
he's got
Apparently,
like I would think you would want the Misty cards.
I know. But his go to is really is the Team Rocket Zapdos,
Yeah,
which I can't remember if he also has that as a tattoo. I don't
he's
think.
got the burbs.
Okay, the Burbs, yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
he's got the burbs. Mhm.
And the Gyarados.
And the Gyarados.
It's a huge Gyarados on his back,
Yeah.
apparently. It's crazy. Yeah.
I would not want to sit through that.
Oh, apparently he did multiple sessions, like
Yeah, I
multiple tattoo
still wouldn't want to
sessions.
sit
Yeah,
through
I
that.
know, right? Let's see. So you got
Mhm.
Black Bolt and White Flare coming out soon.
Yep.
The pre-orders have come and gone on Pokemon Center for the ETB.
Mhm.
You,
And you got your hands on some.
yeah, one. No, yeah.
Mhm.
I got one of each, luckily, somehow. I missed the noon window for shopping because I was at work like everyone else. And then I saw online from another person that supposedly it was coming up or it was still open at like 5 o'clock at night. And I'm like, well, sure,
Mhm.
I'll sit for a few minutes here. And sure enough, like 30 minutes later, it's like, okay, I can finally get in. Hooray. And there's still product somehow.
Now, did you like the wait and the queue and all that this time around versus the Destined Rival like
Some
whole fiasco?
That
Mhm.
was miserable. Yeah, I know. Even though they cut the limit of like the quantity you could get, so from two to one,
Mhm.
it felt better only because I think maybe people were only able to get one instead of like two. So then they weren't like setting up, I don't know, multiple different computers or multiple different like
W-
devices. I
Well,
can't
and
imagine.
also, so apparently in the back end of Pokemon Center
Uh-huh.
website, they had it set up that if they detected that you were using bots and or you were a bot,
Okay.
they deleted it. You didn't get anything. Your bots didn't get anything. So there was a lot of people that were upset, which is fine to
Okay,
me. If
good. They
if
can
you're setting bots out to try and get Pokemon, no,
cry
forget
more. Yeah.
forget you. No. Like
They can go cry more. It's
go to
okay.
Pokemon Center, wait on your one computer or your one phone
Uh-huh.
and get one. You don't need multiple.
Yeah.
You don't need to sell the stuff. This is
That's
something that's supposed to be geared for kids.
I know, yeah. And
Again.
it shouldn't be that difficult. I know it's absurd that we've hit this huge surge market, a surge crisis almost, where, like I heard from a different podcaster or some other people where it's like, oh, it's just a phase, it comes and goes, like, 2020 and then 2025, here we are, and
Yeah, we're part of
back in
this is a hype market right now. Everybody wants it. Everyone wants to sell it. Everybody wants
but
to
when
get
will
their
it
hand on
go
it.
away? Yeah.
In a couple months, might be a year. Like
But do we have like the crummy sneakerheads here and we have the other people and
one here.
okay.
I mean, they're kind of I'm hoping they're kind of turning more towards those creepy, like, little dolls that we saw.
Yeah,
Um,
I know what you mean.
instead of Pokemon cards, but I don't know. I mean, if Pokemon keeps releasing all these awesome sets
Yeah, the
back
problem,
to back to back.
I blame the EVs. These EVs are destroying stuff. The
The hit
prismatic,
rate for prismatic is crap.
good.
Okay, it's crap.
Good, I don't want it. I don't need it.
I mean, we've gotten more Pokeballs out of it
Yeah, I
than
know. I still haven't pulled a single Master Ball. It's ridiculous.
no Master Ball, no full art EVs,
Yeah,
no nothing. I mean,
I know. Yeah, it'd be nice to have like something I like that's a Master Ball, but no, that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna try. It's way too expensive.
mhm,
The market markup is absurd.
mhm. Oh, I was gonna buy one of those surprise boxes
Okay.
from Black Moon Games,
Yep.
and then I realized there's like nothing in them.
I wish there was
They're
more.
not worth it.
I wish there was more product in there. I know.
Not worth it.
I know. It was like what, four packs?
Yeah, 4 packs in this giant
Right.
box
And you
with
get the
like
special promo, right?
the special promo and the dividers. I'm like, okay, are there sleeps? No.
No, yeah. They,
Is there a mat?
it would have
No.
been nice if they did some kind of like ETB.
How about some dice or a coin?
Yeah, I know, right?
Nothing in that surprise box.
It's probably meant for collectors, and that's probably why they didn't put any extra bulk goodies in there, if anything. But
It's a good box to hold your cards.
yeah, that's probably about it. I know. It's true. It's depressing that like you only get one of the EVs with the stamped Prismatic Evolutions
Mm-hmm.
logo,
Yes.
because then you have to keep buying more, or like
Mm-hmm.
maybe like the master set collectors just buying like every
Mm-hmm.
single one as they can.
You wanna talk about the issues with Prismatic and Pokemon Center and Black and White and what has been spotted with Black and White?
Sure, yeah, I know.
This is the Psyduck corner.
Ay, ay, ay.
Just
I know. You know more about this topic than I do, I think.
somehow.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of out of it.
So, multiple people have ordered stuff from Pokemon Center, whether it be cards, plushies, all the other stuff that you can get from Pokemon Center. Um, they're getting their deliveries, and the boxes are retaped. The boxes, and then they open the boxes, and like they'll have like if it's cards, it will have the box that the cards came in, and the box is empty. Everything is empty in it. Like people from FedEx or something are stealing the contents inside and then putting everything back together and shipping it to the house.
So just some empty product with air inside of it.
Yes.
Cool. Amazing.
So a lot of people have been experiencing this, and it was on TikTok for a little bit. People were mad, people were upset, like, hey, the one time I got cards, it's empty. I have no cards. No nothing.
I mean, that's crazy because like
Mm.
so Pokemon Center stopped putting their special tape all over the boxes.
Mhm.
Yeah, it still says, Pokemon Center from Ohio or whatever it might be.
Mhm.
But like it doesn't scream Pokemon Center anymore, luckily.
Mhm.
Um,
But like somehow these people know the address and what I mean,
yeah.
some of them I saw the videos, some of them they still had the Pokemon Center tape on it.
I wish they would go back to that tamper-proof tape though, that's for sure. My stuff when I order like plushies usually just has regular old shipping tape,
Mm.
like nothing special, and I think they really need to go back to like a tamper-proof tape But then, like, have a discreet kind of like shipping address or a shipping
Yeah, a
name.
fake
Yeah,
address.
yeah, just that.
Have
Yeah.
the tape be like some basic color tape or something like that. So you have no clue what it is.
Yeah, I
Like,
know.
for all you know, it could be cat food.
Hey, cat food, I'm sure makes a great, great packaging material or something. I know. I'll pat it on every side. I know.
But also, speaking of Pokemon from what you said, Ohio or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So, black and white packs have been spotted at card trade show somewhere.
No.
Yes. There was a vendor that had packs. They were selling the packs $100 a pack. Nobody knows how many they sold. No one knows how many they had. They it it's definitely something that it was taken from a factory.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Somebody got them.
There's no question about it.
Or this vendor was selling fake stuff. Mm,
I, I mean, how it should be indisputable pretty much after you realize that, like, maybe someone should just do a deep dive and grab one pack just to see. And it's like, okay, yeah, uh, our lawyers are coming after you right now.
exactly. No one's seen them. No one's. I haven't seen any videos of people opening them.
Okay,
So I'm thinking Big Pikachu sent out their lawyers and their Team Rocket
probably.
guys in the suits with the R's on the suits, and they knocked on your door, and
Uh-huh.
you got in trouble. So
I don't think I want that big Pikachu at my door. I
no,
know.
I don't.
Yeah.
Nope. Send the trainer bus. I don't care. I don't want people in suits.
I mean, to me, like, this is way bigger than just like, oops, one got into the wrong packaging.
Mm,
There's no way. Like, I remember seeing a Destined Rivals pack inside a tin.
I think that was stolen.
I
I
think it
don't
was,
think that
yeah.
was an oopsie. I think that was stolen.
I have a hard time believing that was even, like, legitimate. There's no way.
Mm,
I think the same thing's happening again with this person, whoever this person is, but
yeah.
there's no way that, like, something's coming out, what, 3 months in advance pretty much. Like,
Mm-mm.
here we are, like, we're barely having Destined Rivals, and somehow Black and White, Black Bolt, White Flare is
Mm.
leaking somehow out of the factory, say,
Mm.
like, Millennium Print Group in Greensboro or something, whatever it is. Disgusting.
I think they need to like
Yeah.
lock down on people working there. I mean, if you have to sign NDAs, you have to sign NDAs.
Yeah, of
If
course.
you have to like sit them in a room and go, okay, nothing leaves this building. If you find out, you're gone. You're more
I
than
mean,
gone. We're gone.
I mean,
Mhm.
like, I wouldn't be surprised if these people have to, like, get, like, X-ray scans like you do at the airport or something, or
I like right now I feel like they're not scanning them. I feel like they should scan them. I mean, if you work there and you bring your own cards in, cool, but like nothing should
why
leave the building.
why would you ever wanna bring your own cards to work?
Sit there and like battle with someone.
Okay, sure.
Like you work for Pokemon, why wouldn't you want to battle?
I would like that, yeah. On my free time, I know.
Mhm.
Touch cards while I touch cards.
Mhm.
Sure. Speaking of touching cards, Jen,
Yes.
have you seen the news about TCG Pocket?
Yes. I just saw that.
So, on May 29th, we have a new mini set coming out
I'm not
with
ready.
Ultra Beasts.
I'm not
It's
ready.
gonna be called Extradimensional Crisis.
That's a really long title.
It really is. It's a mouthful. Extra-dimensional crisis.
That sounds like a teenage problem. That does not sound like Ultra
Mom,
Beast.
mom, dad, I'm in the extra dimensional crisis mode. Help
I gave
me.
you Kiss Girl.
It's so true. So, anyways, we got Ultra Beast returning. We haven't seen Ultra Beast since Sun and Moon in the real TCG Pocket or TCG game.
I mean, I like how they're following
Oh, I love it.
with
Yeah, I love it.
the last set that had everything to do with Sun and Moon,
Right, yeah, because we
and
got.
then they're following it with the Ultra Beast.
Yep, I know they teased Lusamine.
Yup.
They teased the Ultra Beast, Guzzlord, and let's see, Naganadel, I think,
Yup.
and Blacephalon, like all the Ultra Beasts that you know and love.
Mm-hmm.
Either at EX, GX. Oh, right, Buzzwole, which is super.
Swole.
Yeah, so swole.
Swole.
So swole. But so a lot of these, like in the real card game, TCG had a huge impact on the meta. There was Buzz Rock, there was a lot of stuff. Like during this era, like if you look back at 2018 format,
Mhm.
this was a really good time to play for sure.
Okay.
Some of these cards are like iconic now. They're going to be very different, obviously, in Pocket, but we can only imagine it would be fun. So Sun and Moon still continuing with the Ultra Beasts.
Mhm.
I'm really excited about this for sure.
Hopefully, with this mini set, they don't add unnecessary shinies.
Oh God, no. I
I
know.
mean, I liked the shinies,
Yeah.
except till I found out that they're from
Right,
Apex.
yeah, they're just reprinted from a genetic Apex, but instead we have shiny. So like Marowak, and you got Charizard.
Yeah.
You got the Mewtwo? No, the Mewtwo was a promo.
No, that was a promo.
Okay.
The
Wigglytuff?
Gengar
Yep.
line,
Wigglytuff.
Wigglytuff, and all that. I mean, they're nice cards. It's great. I
Sure.
wish they had them all in Shining Reverie.
That would make more sense. Yep.
I mean, I get that they want to get shinies, and I get that they did it on purpose to get people to spend money, so they pull shiny cards
Sure.
because that's the only way you can get them.
Okay.
Once you get a shiny out of a pack, it won't show up in Wonder Picks, so you can't get them in Wonder Picks. You can only get them out of packs.
It's crazy. Yep.
And if you get a full art or an EX in that same pack, oh
Uh-huh.
well, too bad. It's not going to show up in Wonder Picks because you also got a shiny in that pack.
Right.
So I I'm not sure about the shinies in the set after hearing that. I mean, I feel like they should have just put more Sun and Moon cards into it.
Right. Or less less of other cards, right? And
Yeah.
then more of the current cards. I heard on a different podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it waters down the set? Do you think it's a
Yeah.
problem? Okay.
Yeah, especially from a standpoint of someone like you that actually
Yeah,
plays
yeah, definitely.
the games.
I like
That's one less, 15 less cards that you can use
sure.
to battle. It could have
Yeah,
had 5 more EXs. It could have had 10 more EXs. It could have had 5 more full arts. It could have had, that actually are good in the set
right.
for you to battle.
I mean, I've had to craft the Oricorio
Mm.
to, with the safeguard ability, and then I still haven't got like another Sarina or like I need a Steenie of all things. Like I couldn't pull one Steenie to save my life. I need the other Rowlet. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. The other Rowlet of all things. It's a common card, and I can't pull it for the life of me.
Saying my pull rates are bad.
Okay.
My pull rates have been okay. And but yes, I feel like it does water down the set because
Sure.
you get a shiny Gengar, which I want. I still haven't pulled it. I want it. But in turn, you could have got an EX that is usable. You could have got a full art that's usable.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with that. Sure. I know they're secret rares essentially, but it's still opening the cards and opening the packs, which does affect your essential overall chance of opening said card.
When a new set comes out, which this extra
Yeah. Extra dimensional
dimensional
crisis.
crisis, teenage crisis comes out, you can't trade them.
Right.
They're not tradable. None of the shinies are tradable.
That's crazy. Right, because it's a new rarity, right?
Yeah,
It's what's that? I don't know, Star Rainbow rarity or
yeah.
something? I don't know what there's no name for it really yet.
So you pull them and then you hang on to them.
True.
I mean, I get that you can't trade immersives.
That's fair. I mean,
That
you don't need to.
that's fine.
I
But
don't
like,
I don't need to.
why can't I trade shinies?
See, there's nothing really that special with the shiny. You should be able to do that. It might cost a lot to do that, but I
Mm,
don't see why not.
yeah.
So here we are about 7 days out from the new set.
Mhm.
Uh are you anywhere near completing?
No, I have 125 out of 100
Holy
and
cow.
what, like 150 in the set?
Sounds right. I know
100 and
I
something?
am I'm at like 140 and I know I'm missing at least 25 more, I think, for
Hmm.
it's not looking good.
No,
Definitely not looking good.
no.
So I have tons of tickets at least, which I'll be spending my tickets as soon as June comes around.
What do you think of these sets coming out every month? Do you think they should slow it down? Do you think that they should keep it one set coming out a month? Or no?
I almost feel like I need just a little bit more time, like a month and a half or 2 months maybe.
I
I I don't know. It's hard to say actually.
like everybody's still playing. I understand that there's a lot of people that just open packs
Sure.
and they don't battle and stuff. I mean,
Well, yeah.
I'm guilty of it. I do a lot of auto battle.
It's all
Watch
right.
TV and put a battle on auto on the arm of the couch
Sure, for the computer against the
for the
computer.
computer so I can get more hourglasses to open more
Yeah,
packs.
why not? Sure.
But that's my happy place. I like opening packs.
Okay.
I do it in person. I
I
like
mean,
opening packs.
I mean, this game is like the gateway, like if you like the cards and you like being a collector,
Hmm.
then great, that's your thing.
If you like gambling, this is not something you should get into.
I mean,
This is a gateway to gambling.
no, 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 no.
No, 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 no,
No,
no.
no, 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 no. Pokemon's not about that. It's frowned upon. You know that. Uh, but so really Pocket, because it opens the opportunity for like very simplified card game, mechanics
Mhm.
and collecting. It's kind
Mhm.
of like the happy medium, I think, because
Mhm.
it's not crazy with the intricacies of the full TCG
Mm.
game, but also you still have that same, collector mentality. You could
Mhm.
play a blinged out, maxed out bling deck or something
Mhm.
fun, or just not at all, and like
And it's
that's
actually fun.
it is, yeah,
It's actually fun to build a deck, to
yeah,
find the cards, to pull the cards. I mean, I heard in another podcast,
sure,
same podcast,
okay.
someone he prefers Pocket over Live. He was playing Pocket and he goes, "This wants me to get back into TCG."
Is this Pokemon Cast?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And he opened Live and he
sure.
went, Oh gosh. No,
Yep.
no, 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 no. Like,
Live is so cringe still. I can't even. It's like
mm,
crafting the deck itself is painful. You can't search for fire energy. I don't even know how you can search for, like, I think you have to type in R for like red because fire energy has not been coded correctly. You can't just search for fire, or you just have to like click from the list. Like, what in what world? Or I wish you could search in that game
mm,
for mechanics like, do X amount of extra damage to your opponent,
mhm.
and you can't search for phrases like that. You could search for, Pokemon or effects like that, but it doesn't let you search and narrow down your things.
To know the cards already.
Yeah,
Be able to find the card.
I don't think I can find over 3,000 cards in the standard database, let alone expanded pretty much.
Mm.
It's absurd. I'm still not happy with it, and I hope a lot of other people are not happy still with
I get
live.
it. Like it's the only thing that you guys have and professional players have
True. Well, I
to
mean,
be able to test.
so there's Twin Leaf, and then we also have Limitless. That's about it for the options currently. And I would hope after almost 3 years now
Mhm.
that live would be a lot better.
Mhm.
And yet it still has leaps and bounds to meet the mark for where we were with PTCG Online by Direwolf.
Mm.
And that,
Please.
yeah.
Pokemon of Japan. Please either like 50% take over live and help them make it better or something.
But Pokemon of Japan, like, TPC doesn't want anything to do with online clients because they want people to go out and play the game.
I understand that.
Okay.
They also have stuff to do with Pokemon Go. They have Pocket.
Okay.
Pocket doesn't get you out to play the game. It gets
Oh,
you
yeah.
playing the game on the couch.
Or on the subway or the bus.
Or the subway or the bus. The only out and going is going to meet your friends to trade.
Okay. Sure. But you could trade remotely. You don't have to trade in person.
Exactly.
Okay. So you're still on the couch.
You're still sitting.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oy.
But I understand that they don't want anything to do with the online client. But
Huh.
it has a lot to do with um how the professional players test, how they find their meta, how they find the deck that they like.
Yep.
I mean, how else are you gonna do it? Um,
Really hard. Other than just trying to test against other matchups in person, which doesn't feel good really. If you're trying to,
They just go in and fix the bug.
yeah,
Stop getting my cards to show up backwards.
that'd be really nice. Yeah. Every time I load up the client on the computer, my cards load up backwards, and it's extremely frustrating trying to make a deck when all the cards are the card backs.
And I look at him and I go, "That's a great deck, honey. Looks so much great.
Yeah, the sarcasm.
Looks so great. Can't see the
So
cards. Don't
so
know
great.
what he's making. Have no idea."
I looked for one Sprigatito, and I got 4 different card backs with just Pokeballs. And I'm like, which Sprigatito is the right Sprigatito? I don't know. All I can see is Pokeballs. Oi. So that's that.
Mhm.
Did you want to talk about Milwaukee at all?
Sure. Let's talk about Milwaukee.
All right, so we had one really surprising finish out of the top 32.
Mhm.
It was John Roberts the second. He got 32nd out of
Mhm.
top 32 at Milwaukee. He
Guess who's back, 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 back again, again, again. Charizard's back, back, back. Tell a friend, friend, friend.
really
Yes!
okay.
Charizard's back in the meta, y'all.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know. So I was kind of like thinking that maybe he did crack the code for the Charizard deck. I'm not terribly convinced on some of it, but I feel like there was some synergy with his list for sure. I listened to Lake of Rage, and he had a very in-depth interview with John Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
And he said really like, so because you have the synergy with the Chi-Yu from Paradox Rift,
Mm-hmm.
you have the Charmeleon who can tank a hit, at
Mm-hmm.
100 HP, which is like, 10 more than the Flare Veil ability one, which I still think the Flare Veil one's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it kind of synergizes where you just set up early, knock out your Duskull, Dusknoir, you know, uh Dusclops early enough so you can start hitting Charizard with like, 210, not the 180. You want to get like 210, 240.
And those are the cards you really want to be able to take out. Those are the toxic cards
Yeah,
in the meta right now. Is the Dusclops?
yeah.
Is the Dust Noir? These are the cards that people are like, how the heck am I going to get around these? I can't get around these.
I mean, ironically, there are counters already. It's just not enough. So like we have the Gastrodon, but
Mm.
no one played it, and then
Mhm.
so PPC of Japan is like, well, we'll print some more counters. So
Mm.
now it's like the Psyduck and the Golduck, which are going to be
Mhm.
in the next set, as far as I know. I don't
Mhm.
think we're getting them in Destined Rivals. I have not seen it yet.
Mhm.
Where it's supposed to stop any Pokemon from being able to knock itself out. So it will shut down the Dusclops and Dusknoir.
Mm.
I I don't agree the card was ban worthy. A lot of people were claiming, "Oh, I need a ban for this, and this card needs to be banned. It's so toxic."
The thing with Pokemon right now is like they'll print a really powerful card.
Yeah.
And then right after they print that really powerful card and people figure out how powerful it is,
Uh-huh.
they print a counter.
Yup. The counter to the counter.
The counter to the counter.
Unless it's Mew VMAX, which there was no counter for that. It just kept
Oh, they wanted that to run.
it
They
just
wanted
kept
that
yeah.
to run till it couldn't run no more. That was a good freaking card.
It's crazy. There was like 5 different counters and nothing worked. Nothing worked. It was so absurd.
Don't take Mew out. Mew takes you out. You
Uh-huh.
don't take Mew out.
Yup.
Mew is gone. You don't touch it.
Well, Arceus is gone, but that's
Well, Mew is the little god.
okay.
He's the tiny one. He's the cute one.
Okay. If you say so. But yeah, I mean, like, so you get the counter to the meta, and then that kind of fixes things for a little bit,
Mhm.
and then someone cooks a little too hard, and
Mhm.
it goes right back to where it was.
Yep.
So we'll see. Time will tell.
Mhm.
This weekend we got Portland regionals coming up, and then I think in 2 weeks
Mhm.
we have NAIC in uh New Orleans,
Mhm.
which should be interesting because that'll be the first time that Destined Rivals will be legal for play.
Mhm.
So that should be a really interesting meta there for sure.
See what people come up with
Yeah, I know.
Team Rocket, with Marnie. I mean, Marnie's already cooking with the Grimmsnarl.
I think that energy acceleration with the Marnie's Grim Snarl, 5 dark energy to anywhere you want with Marnie's Pokemon is really powerful.
Mhm.
And it's good. Just, how do we use it best or how do we use it effectively
Mhm.
to make it work? Um, I think if it does have that grass weakness, there
Mhm.
is a large, large possibility that there'll be an easy counter.
Mhm.
Sinistcha EX, Sinistcha deck. You got Teal Mask Ogerpon. You got plenty of other options that you can counter most of these big bad meta decks.
Well, it sounds to me that all these masters
Uh-huh.
need to sit down with some juniors and some seniors
Yeah.
and see what they're cooking up and what they're doing
Oh, yeah.
and what they come up as counters and what their meta is, because the juniors and the seniors meta is completely different from the
Always. Yep.
masters.
It always is. It's crazy. My juniors can cook a master. Easy. It's crazy. They're still on walls. My little junior, he went to a different league cup. We went to Knickknacks in Claremont,
Mm-hmm.
and he cooked another junior,
Mm-hmm.
a senior, and two masters with his wall deck, okay? Milotech, Mimikyu, Noivern. No one could beat him. I was so proud of him.
The masters need to pay more attention to what these kids come up with.
Oh yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
these kids are thinking different. They figure out things different.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of different ideas that, maybe it's just not seen or kind of overlooked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, some of them will look to the masters, but then they'll like come up with their own ideas, or maybe they'll
Mm-hmm.
see some kind of synergy. Like right now he's on Incineroar EX, so he wants to make, Magmortar and Incineroar work together, and maybe Volcanion EX, get some burn damage going. So like, doing 140 damage a turn for burn damage pretty much. Pretty insane. I like it. Uh, I'm I'm so proud of him though. That's great. So,
Mm-hmm.
what else do we got going on? We got Pokemon Sleep.
Yup. Mm-hmm.
Go back to my notes here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, it has been unveiled this past Wednesday. They unveiled the Eureka Seed for Darkrai, which lets you change any stat on Darkrai, one food item, one ingredient item, or one stat item, as in like an ability.
It's still not nightmares.
No, you can't
It's
change
still not.
nightmares.
No. Like every time you sleep bad, that gives you the ability to change stuff. It's Darkrai.
No, it doesn't work like that.
He creeps on nightmares. He works on nightmares.
Yes and no. True. So, anyways, it's New Moon Day 1 or week, more or less. They call it Day 1, but it's New Moon Week, May 26th to May 29th.
Mm-hmm.
We will have the New Moon Day on the 27th, or
Okay.
Tuesday. Tuesday, excuse me. They say Pokemon will be harder to become full after you feed them a cookie, and there will be increased rates for the shiny Pokemon.
Well, then I'm just gonna give Snorlax 15 cookies.
You only get one sleep cookie a day,
Wow.
and then you gotta buy the tokens. Have you never played this game?
No!
Shame.
I just watch you play it.
Shame.
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 I have my own Snorlax.
Fine. Yeah, my cat is not a Snorlax. She's chonky,
And she likes to sleep.
and she's a
And
solid unit.
and she likes to eat. So she's Snorlax.
Yep. This will be the first week that Murkrow and Honchkrow will be appearing, most likely in every single location, but we'll see. During New Moon Week, there will be guaranteed special appearance rate for Darkrai. And then also, if you use Darkrai in your team, it will supposedly decrease your levels unless you're using another dark type Pokemon. So I'm assuming the strategy will be fill your whole team with dark type Pokemon. So right now I've been trying to train my Houndoom, Absol, Umbreon, and I think Meowscarada is a good one because it can cook and increase the cooking pot level.
Yeah.
So it becomes like from 63 ingredients to like 80 or 100 ingredients. You can throw in more stuff into your
Now
cookings.
Scarada knows how to cook, huh?
Yeah, apparently it does. I know. It's too bad it still hasn't cooked in the TCG, but hey, whatever, you know.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out there.
I liked how they typed it instead of just being like multi-type in Sleep. It
Mhm.
does go from grass just to solid dark.
It
It's
is.
not even like just grass anymore. Like
It's
it's
good.
just dark type in Sleep, which is crazy.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's a winner on my team, that's for sure.
Still standing on 2 feet though.
Yeah, I know. Bipedals apparently are just all over and
I'm sorry, but if my cats start walking around this house on 2 feet, there's gonna be an issue.
okay. So good
Mhm.
news, we got Pokemon Horizon Season 2, Part 2 on June 27th. Maybe we'll see if they age up then.
I was so I had so much hope for this show when they did the teaser because like the teaser originally was we're going to age them up 3 years.
Yup.
We're going to give, Dawn is still Dawn and doing that. And then Roy, all of a sudden Roy has a Mega Lucario and I forget what else he has.
Well, Fuecoco still stays Fuecoco.
Yeah, Fuecoco,
Oh, the Kilowattrel?
the Kilowattrel, and somebody had a dark Pokemon. I'm not sure. A shadow Pokemon. I'm not sure.
I
But
don't
they
remember.
said that they were going to age these kids up 3 years. Then they backpedaled. I don't know when they backpedaled, but they backpedaled, and then they were like, "No, no, 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 never mind. Not 3 years. 1 year.
Say a 1 year, yeah.
You're gonna lose it in 3 years. So 1 year."
Okay.
So the new season came up
Yep.
on
And
Netflix.
we've been watching it.
We've been watching it, and it's been
Meh.
meh,
Yeah. I'd say it's accurate. I know.
meh.
It's fun. It feels like filler episodes so far, but meh, you know. I did like that one with the Frigibacks and
The snow Pokemon.
yeah,
I
that was
love
cute.
the
It was
frozen
so cute.
Pokemon. That's cute. That
Yep.
it kind of gave me the original Pokemon series feels
Okay. Yeah.
from like when Ash was there. I know we're not getting Ash back,
Yep.
but I feel like Roy and Liko should switch. I feel like Roy has more main character energy
Well, it's the charisma. Yeah.
than Liko. I know we're supposed to follow Liko. I know we're supposed to root for her. But
She just doesn't have the charisma or something. I want to like her as a protagonist, but it doesn't give off those, I don't know,
mm,
big character, main character vibes.
Dot,
Sure.
Dot's cool, but like
Yep.
she's even a little.
Well, so I think it's trying to show that, like they don't have a whole bunch of self-confidence. And I
Yeah.
think it's trying to show that they're growing into their self-confidence or they're becoming more confident in themselves and their partner Pokemon.
Okay. Hmm.
But then it just keeps taking forever.
If you use Leafage one more time, I swear.
Ah! Yes, I mean, please do not say,
How many times do you need to use Leafage?
well,
No more.
if it's not Leafage, then it's Magical Leaf,
Oh, Magical Leaf too. The cat's got to know more.
a whole two moves. I know.
My cats know how to talk. Mm,
Yeah,
they got to know more.
apparently. So,
Mm-hmm.
anything we missed? Anything you got?
Not that I know of.
Wow, okay. All right, yeah. That
Yeah.
seems good to me. All right. We'll be back on this coming Sunday, most likely, for another episode.
Mm-hmm. we'll talk more heavily on Go and other things.
Yep.
Hopefully, we'll have the
The Portland Regionals recap.
I
And
wish that was Portland, Maine.
yeah, oh, I know. Still waiting on Pokemon to bring something to New England again after 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
6 years. So we'll see.
We'll see.
Yep. So, Jen,
Mm-hmm.
where can they find us on socials?
You can find us on Twitter, which is X.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna still call it Twitter.
Yep.
You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Blue Sky. You can find us on YouTube under podcasts. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on iTunes.
Uh-huh.
Anyplace else
I think you named it all.
other than work and my couch
Ha!
or Black Moon Games.
Yep. It's true. Any shout outs you want to give this week?
Not that I know of.
Okay, that's fine, sure.
Do you?
To shout out Black Moon Games, our local game store, for being awesome. You can find us on our socials, Linktree/Pikapod or Linktree/Pika Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And every episode streaming live on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube
Mm-hmm.
at Pika Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And for now, we are signing off.
So, nanites, sleep tight and dream of Darkrai tonight.
Uh-oh. I like that one.
Goodbye.